despite Labour's majority of 174, the fundamental question that was left hanging by the 2024 election was, were we beginning to see the beginning of the end of the traditional conservative Labour dominance of our politics? Now, of course, the first thing immediately anybody can say, well, look, we've been here before. The SDP Liberal Alliance, late 1981, early 1982, or indeed, as people tend to forget, the relatively high standing of the Brexit Party and the Liberal Democrats collectively in the spring of 2019. However, I think there are certain, I would certainly point to two fundamental qualitative reasons as to why where we're at now is probably more of a challenge. The first is a little too noticed feature of the 2024 election, which is that it was the first election in British electoral history at which 5 political parties fought virtually everywhere for the first time. The other thing is that despite Labour's attempt to reconnect with working class voters, no discernible progress at all in the last parliament. So therefore we are in a world still where the link between that historic link in British voting behaviour between social class and voting Conservative Labour, it's still not there. There is no relationship at all. The traditional foundations of Conservative and Labour politics are not there. Now, there's no guarantee as to where all this will fall out, and it may just be that Reform replace the Tories, for example. But it is a pretty fundamental change. And I think the other thing, which is now very clearly changed, and why Labour are finding it difficult, is that neither Conservative nor Labour now can assume that there are no enemies to the left and no enemies to their right. I think these are the reasons why we are in a different world